Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. Another day of the Astrogravitational Report. Thank you, guys, for the click, like, shares, and subscribes, and welcome to the new subscribers. And what do we got today? Following the energies from yesterday, you're gonna get the triggers. The triggers will lead to a certain situation, so particularly about this anger, communications, and so on. The moon is going to be really squaring Mercury and Mars at Scorpio. A lot of things can be taken personally, but in the afternoon, you're going to be asking yourself, do I deserve to have these agitations, aggravations? Do I deserve to be all like this? Why just not forgive and forget and move on, but don't repeat the same thing? Because if I allow things to anger me, then I allowing what? Other things to control me. So this is going to be some very interesting but very beautiful, powerful day. Here we're going to see at 7 o'clock in the morning that the moon, it's going to be at the 10th house. So if the moon is in the 10th house, be mindful what your emotions at work. Okay, don't say I didn't say so. So be mindful how the day is going to be starting in. The sun is going to be under the event horizon. It's not going to be really coming up. But the inner work is going to be with Jupiter square and the sun and Chiron. And this kind of like 22 degrees, the sun is really like only 2 degrees from exact oppositions with Chiron. And balance of healing the inner child is going to be in order. You're going to be feeling like, what should I feel? What should I heal? What should I get? Why does this thing? What happens in my relationship, right? You're trying to troubleshoot relationships, right? Well, the relationships, the opposite side of the relationships, that is a what? It's you. That is the areas. How you develop within yourself. You want to start up good, start up first within you. And this is going to be kind of like the morning energy. We're going to see it at 8 o'clock as the moon is going to be within the inner work. As I said, be mindful what you're doing, particularly when you're at work, because this how it's going to be. We see it at the inner work with the moon, and she is squaring Mercury and Mars. Stay away from people who have a conflicts, particularly at work, right? Because this is going to trigger the sun. It's right now about the event horizon with Jupiter, a lack of the growth and maturity. So you have to be the mature one, right? Your boss is like all over the place and so on, and because he's cannot handle some pressures, right? What he does, tries to dump the pressures on others, right? And stay calm within this. Be the wisest one. Be the one who provides these energies and stays in your thoughts, okay? And your thoughts up here, okay? So later on, we're going to see some even more intense energies that's going to come because the ascendant is going to be with Mercury and Mars. Right now, what you felt as energy, now you are what? You're going to be trying to see like, oh my gosh, this thing's coming towards me. These things, I feel it within me. Now the agitations, the aggravations, the intensity, all it's coming up. And you're kind of like, try to, doing things. You're ready to what? Throw the towel and call it quit, right? But if you have to coach yourself, would you quit on yourself? You see, most of people don't ask these questions themselves, but this is what the energy will be, because that is going to be leading to your internal balance. You see, the balance to maintain things. You got to maintain a positive attitude. You have to maintain what? A positive energies into your house in there. You have to maintain what? Your own self. Okay? So those is gonna be some things that you're gonna see that it's gonna be coming towards you. The sun is gonna be really working at that, as the sun, as we know, it's been a kind of like a few days that the sun is only kind of like a squaring Jupiter and opposing Chiron. So this intensity of these energies, okay, is going to be leading us to a lot of things. But as I said, be mindful how you're handling this, particularly within those hours. 10 o'clock can be a very intensified as Mercury and Mars are moving up. But we're going to see a little bit more synchronized energies as we understanding our own shadow, but always also the shadows from others, right? Lilith is going to be coming out into the ascendant, is going to have this beautiful shift. And if you're following the energy of Venus being in Libra, this beautiful, beautiful kite, it's still working. So you see the negative things and you're turning into a positive. And this is going to be one of the things that I hope you're going to do, right? Because you're going to using the triggers, the things that triggers you to convert what? The anger to a positive things. And the only way you do it is forgive and forget, but be remindful about the lesson. All right. This is going to be at 12 o'clock. You're going to feel the good love. Right now, you're going to put the love into the perspective in there. You're going to feel some little bit offset, of course, with all this. But it's going to be a remind you, I got to be the good things within me. Hi, Fernando. Thank you for coming in. And at noon, you're going to be like what? Going to break. You're trying to get into things. But 1 o'clock, you go back to work. And here is the inner work is matching with the sun. And now you're like what you should authorize and there. Well, the true Lilith with the inner work that's going to be there is going to show you the truth, right? So now you're learning more truths about you. You're understanding more things about you. My relationships, it is the mirror of the relationship within me, right? What we've been talking in the past few days in there is that your relationships, it doesn't have to come from needs. It comes from what? Evolution and prosperity together. The needs, they are coming as an aftermath. They're naturally fulfilled. So you don't have to go chasing the needs. So this is going to be a very good reminder. Later on, we're going to see some Mercury is going to be coming into the inner work. Be mindful how you communicate, how you're expressing feelings, right? This is going to be a very kind of like a very close. And also pay attention to how you communicate from within you. Sometimes people in anger, they are releasing things that they've been suppressing it for so long. Okay? And one of those things that are coming out, that can reignite things that been keeping underneath the surface, right? And now the North Node is asking you, because this energy, this intense energy is going to be trained from the North Node, is going to be looking better for your new future. But remove this stuff. You need to purge them out. They're not good. They're not great. Those emotions doesn't cost anything good. They didn't do anything good. You're getting triggered, you're getting aggravated, and then you keep the anger, and that anger goes to the next generations, and things are keep on going, keep going. It's time to forgive and forget. All right, this beautiful energy, guys, I want to teach you just something very beautiful, just because I'm in a good mood, right? You have to be in a good mood. You see, this is what the energy will be as at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm talking about these emotions from the moon, and that's square with the inner work and Mercury, right? So you focus within on that, but then in the next hour, the energy all of a sudden is going to change. There's going to be some more synchronized positive energies. There's going to be some more things that you're working on you. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to be working on me. I don't need this. I don't need the drama, trauma, and everything that triggers me in there for it. So, thinking about within yourself, inside you're going to be focused of what? Transformation. But the transformations begin where? Into the soul. See, once your soul comes in and it transforms you, right? Now, every time you do things, the soul is coming and clicking and ticking your guilty consciousness. It's like this is not right. You know the right thing. You know how to do the right thing. Might as well do the right thing. And when you do the right things, guess what? No more aggravations, no more agitations, right? Okay, so this is gonna be some very good growth, very good maturity. We're gonna see at 4 o'clock that energy that it's gonna be triggers the moon, right? And this is how the test will be, because if you have not healed these emotions, if you have not healed these agitations, particularly, you are gonna be what? Reigniting them. So if you don't forgive and forget, guess what? You repeat until you forgive and forget. So later on, the ascendant is going to be with the North Node. Very beautiful, powerful trines towards Mercury, towards Mars, towards the Moon. This is where you're looking for a better future. It's going to come out into ascendant. And the Moon right now recognize the divine patterns. This is what I'm talking about. You see, if you put like this is the sun when it's rising and the event horizon in there, if you put this daylight that it comes in, so here it's our destiny, it's coming. Now that energy is going and it says, think positive when you're a shadow, do things that it's great within, look at even more deeply within a shadow, right? Don't look for those conflicts within the emotions, and that's what the moon is. But now the moon, all of a sudden, is just figuring it out. The divine messages from the North Node. And those are the things that you're going to feel that in the future will coming towards you. And this is going to be some collective energies. It's going to be affecting people differently way. Okay? It's going to be really beautiful transformation. Of course, transformations is all because of what? Of the healing. You heal the things in the shadow, guess what? You don't have anything anymore what you need to be afraid of it, and so on. But in the next hour, the ascendant is going to be opposing the sun. As the sun, it's going to be going down to below the horizon. It's going to be around 6 p.m., right? If you putting yourself there around 6:30, the sun is just what? It's going down, right? You don't see it anymore. And now, on the opposite end, though, you're not seeing it because he's a very small Chiron, it's coming up. So the authority is going down, and the healing of the inner child is coming up. You did this energy of the healing of the inner child, you're going to figure it out that the inner child right now, it's telling you what you have to heal within you. As yesterday's example, don't sneak into the fridge and steal the ice cream, because mom and dad know you stole the ice cream, and then there's going to be some consequences. Okay? You're just going to be asking the next day, okay, I was a good boy, I was a good person, can I have right now ice cream? And guess what? Most likely the answer is going to be yes. All right, thinking about the material world, what are you fixing in the material world? You see, the material world, it's not only about the creation. It's also about to maintain things, maintain the peace, maintain the prosperity, maintain the things for the survival. There's only going to be an issues and problems, but you see what you need to do. And ascendant that it's going to be at Taurus, that is where the material world is. Values and money, right? But what kind of values? See, if you have the values and you transfer them to your money, you forget what the money represents as a value. But if you look within yourself in there, Your personal values, are they all about money or about the values as a human being? You see, and that's what Taurus is. Taurus is not only interesting in money, they're also interesting on what? They're interesting in the personal values. And if you try to go ahead and make a mad a farmer that used to buy groceries and so on, you're not going even close to that farmer anymore if you tell him that he's all this and that and so on, and you don't appreciate him for what he does. It's the same thing with Taurus. Okay? That's what Taurus is. Taurus is the farmer. But Taurus is also the learning of the material things to appreciating them. Okay? All right, things is going to be coming out in the changes in the next hour. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Very beautiful. Universe energies, the inner work is with Pluto close by. Venus is the benefit of everything, right? Venus is where? In the house of relationships. It's time to heal relationships. But Venus is what? Limited. Why? Because it's require more things than we just seen with the eyes. We have to revise certain things. We have to understand what relationships are. We have to understand that it's not only to be in a relationship. You also have to what? Maintain it. Okay? Maintain it. The main thing you need to do. Right? So things will rise up. Okay, I mean this Saturn opposing Venus, in particular, if you have anything in Gemini and the last degrees of Gemini, you're gonna feel it because these last degrees of Gemini, they're gonna be squaring Saturn and Neptune. So the duality is there. You're always gonna be asking yourself, is gonna be the things that are going to help me? What is my social skills? Did I'm socializing right? Particularly people who have a 12th house Gemini. Okay, is this good for me? Is that not good for me? Is this is good spirituality, bad spirituality? Usually, people who have a Gemini in there, they're looking for a socializing in a spiritual world. But one day they're accepting that this thing is good and is great, and the next day it's like, no, it's not. It's just raw, right? And you never figure things out because you're always kind of like a going between what? The dualities. And since Saturn is in duality, is like you're there to understand dualities so you can understand the truth. Okay? All right, 10 o'clock at night, very positive, good emotions. Ascendant is going to be at Cancer, trining Mercury, Mars, and the North Node. The inner work is in Pisces. Beautiful, right? You understand the power of forgive and forget. You're like, you know what? I don't need all these lower vibrations. I'm going up. I'm gonna stay away from people who are like lower vibrations. I'm gonna go ahead and improve myself in there. And if somebody wants to help, that will help, right? You making up this growth within you, right? Within building. And where is that coming from? Well, the moon is beginning to sextiling the sun, and now the moon is trining Chiron. So now your intuitions and your emotions are mediator between this internal conflict between inner child and the authority that you're right now within you. Some of you maybe review your year 5 of your life, or pay attention if you have anything in Leo around from the 11th till the 25th degree. People who have planets in that degrees that I mentioned, you are going to be related to something very powerful. Okay, if you have a Saturn in there, you're going to be learning a lot. But the learning in there is going to be that you have to teach to learn even more. You may even working with what? With kids. Okay? So, uh, 11 o'clock is going to be asking you to grow. Okay? And when you asking it, that growth in there, what is your purpose to grow? How you going to learn to grow? And it's very beautiful, the planets are telling us. Okay? The planets are really, really telling us. Here is the ascendant. That's the Jupiter. So you have a choices. You have a choices to comfort, to have a confrontations with Chiron and have a confrontations with the Sun, or you choose the synchronized emotions, right? These blue lines, this beautiful blue triangle. You also see it, this beautiful kite as Venus is a benefits from Pluto, from Saturn, from Neptune, and Uranus. Everything comes down to here, right? All right, but the energy is focused on the inner work that we are doing. But you can also choose to have this fight in there and stay on it. But your intuition is looking to where? Is looking towards the North Node. While right now you're working on the divine missions that you need to be look within yourself for better authority within you, because you're authorizing the things that needs to be what? More proper, different, more better. Because when you get better, the generations after you, hopefully is going to be getting better. Okay, guys? So that's all I have for you. I want to say thank you guys for coming in. And I'm going to give you a heads up. What is going to be the changes in the morning? See, I'm forgetting about this. You guys want to know, right? All right. Well, it's going to be again that growth to Jupiter. You went to bed with that Jupiter. It's going to come out to Jupiter because at 7 o'clock in the morning, we're going to have a Jupiter as the inner work. But the moon is going to be providing this bridge even more of healing the inner child from within. And that's how you grow. You know, sometimes we see in this adults, they're acting as a children. They still hold on to these children situations. But right now it's time to heal. It's time to forgive and forget. And it's time to evolve, which is beautiful. Okay, guys? That's all I have for you. Much love, and I'll see you tomorrow.